Hey guys, coming up on March 9th is the Binghamton Train Show. And I've been asked by guys, what's it like to come to Binghamton for as far as like train shows, whatever, or Railfanning. So I thought I'd put together this video and give you an idea where you can go in Binghamton to see model trains and real trains. And so we'll start off where this takes place. I'll take you on a little tour. Hopefully this helps you out. And maybe you'd like to come down on March 9th and make a day of it of train stuff in the Binghamton area. We're at the American Legion Post 1645 on 177 Robertson Street in Binghamton, New York. This is where you're going to want to start your Binghamton train day. This is where the train show will be, and it runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it's $5 admission. And you can see right to the right-hand side, there's that little cut in the building. That's the doorway. That's where you go in to the train show. And I'm across the street in the parking lot. This does get filled up pretty quick, so you might have to park behind the building or down the street. But from here, after you're done at the show, let me just turn the camera. You can see the stop sign right there. You want to take a right-hand turn there. That'll put you back on Robertson Street. Follow Robinson Street all the way to the end, and you hit Shenango Street. And there you're going to want to take a right. And Shenango Street will take you to an intersection, and you'll see in front of you a plaza. You can't miss it. Cross over the road, go into that plaza into the right-hand corner, and that's P&J Flea Market. And that's the location of Dave's Trains and Things. And it's one of those places, things come and go all the time there. You'll never know what little treasure you might find there. So it's kind of a cool place to check out. All right, so you come to this intersection, and you'll look for this plaza. And then you want to come where the green kind of matches the dark tan. And that is P&J Flea Market. So let's go in there and see what's going on. All right, you'll first walk in. This is Dave's Trains and Things. Can't miss it. Right at the front.
Generally $2 a piece.
All right, like I said so many times before, I haven't been here in a while actually. At Dave's Trains and Things, there's trains and there's things, and you just never know what you're gonna find here. I'm trying to go fast because I don't want to linger on one spot in this video, but tons of kits still at Dave's. Car kits, building kits, OHON. And even Hot Wheels. And you're looking for an Elvis train? Dave's got it. And we got a bunch of O-scale stuff here. Tons of old magazines, lots of train books, and models, houses. And if nothing else, it's cool to see Dave's train layout going. All right, so if you go to Dave's Trains and Things, and then you want to see some real trains, you just come out of the plaza, back to State Street, and the same intersection you went through, take a right, and go down to I believe it's the next light, and I got my notes here. That's the corner of Eldridge Street and West State. So you want to get to that. It's a weird intersection. It's not 90 degree. You're doing less than 90 degree turn. Take a left. You'll see a sign for ECK Plastic Arts. And when you see that, you want to make an immediate right, which is Prospect Ave, which takes you to where I am now, North Depot Road, which is the west side of the Binghamton Yard. And you can see behind me, that is Shenango Street. And you can go up on that. There's sidewalks on both sides. You can film from there if you want. You can see the station tower. And I don't know if you can park there, but there's parking on the street right there, so you could park there if you want. And there's a parking lot nearby between the station and there's a baseball stadium. That's usually open in the off season. You can park there. Let me turn the camera on. Right now we have the yesterday's 316 sitting in the yard. And right there is a Kansas City Southern DPU unit. And let me turn the camera on. I'll show you the yard a little better. So this is where you would park on North Depot Street. And you just look at this brick building. And this is looking west. And anything running east to west and NS will come right through these tracks. And then we'll just pan around. And there's the actual yard. You can see the Susquehanna engine down there. That's their area. And this heads down towards Court Street in Binghamton. There's lots of restaurants if you're hungry. We'll head down there a little later. And this will take the tracks eventually across the river to their Conklin yard. That's the main NS yard in the Binghamton area. And you can shoot from under this bridge. The road is behind the stone pile. It does go underneath there. I'll be honest with you, occasionally you find somebody sleeping under there, so you just watch your step, I'm just saying. All right, this is the Robertson Museum and Science Center, and I think it's quite a little nice gem in Binghamton. This is the front. This is 30 Front Street, and it's corner of Front Street and Riverside Drive. And you'd go down their driveway, you can see the sign, and go behind the building, that's the entrance. And in there is a HO layout of the Binghamton area of like the 50-40s era. It costs $8 to get in. But you're supporting the layout, which is it's beautiful and very large. And you can go through the rest of the museum if you wish. Okay, another spot you might want to check out is McDonald's on Court Street, which Court Street parallels Robinson where the train show is. But there's two little parking spots. You can see my car right in the corner here. And what are you right next to? Where they usually park, got sun glare, the Susquehanna locomotives. And I believe this is what, SU 100 probably, going towards Jersey. So if you want to see their units, this is a good spot to check out. This is Sunday, so who knows, they'll be here on Saturday, but you never know. It's hit or miss with Susquehanna. All Binghamton's kind of hit or miss, really, but. And if you want, you can get something to eat at McDonald's. All right, I'm at the Sandy Beach Park parking lot across the river from where we just saw the Susquehanna units. I'll pan in so you can see those, or zoom in, should I say. And this is in Conklin. This is where the big Conklin train yard is. So let me walk up to Conklin Ave, also known as Route 7, and show you around there. Okay, so if you come across the street from the Sandy Beach Park, and that's, if I didn't mention before, Conklin Ave, Route 7. There is a bridge over there with a sidewalk that you can film from if you want. And just behind the Norfolk Southern sign, there is a parking spot on that road for like one car. I have seen guys parked in the yard, just the entrance, but I'm not comfortable doing that. And this is like the, sort of like the northwest end of the yard where the trains are coming in. But I usually go to the other end. And between here and there, there's a lot of businesses. You can probably park in the parking lot, grab a quick picture and move on. Don't get anybody's way. But this is Terrace Drive, which is like the south or the east end of the Conklin yard. And this is where I like to hang out. Usually see a lot more action when they're switching now. Cars, you'll see them coming through here a lot more. And as you can see, this train's heading south, which will go towards Scranton, which this will eventually cross the Tunkhannock Viaduct, or also known as the Nicholson Bridge. But you can park here, plenty of parking. And I've never been questioned sitting here. Some guys park across the street a little bit, which I think you're all right. But I think to catch any kind of action, this is probably your best bet. And you know what, always, if you're gonna come here, check Google Maps for all the places I mentioned, just to give you a better feel for the area. Because Binghamton's not that big, but if you're not familiar with it, it could be confusing like any small city. If you're in the Binghamton area and you hear on the scanner that there's gonna be a northbound leaving or southbound coming, I'll leave a list of symbols in the description. This is a great spot to come to. This is just north of Binghamton. You get on Route 7 out of Binghamton and take the Hillcrest Service Road exit. And then when you get off that, you come to a stop sign, take a right onto Phelps Road. And this is Phelps Road. And you'll first cross the NYS and W tracks, but come up to here, the double tracks. This is the NS line. This is uphill from Binghamton. And when they come up here, they're just grinding, especially that big train. So it's really cool. I mean, they're pulling like crazy. But the opposite direction, where they're going south, they'll usually have their dynamic brake on, so you get that dynamic brake hum. And then this track, you know, this goes on further northeast towards Tunnel, New York. Hey, if you're really adventurous, if you can visit Binghamton, you can come here to Tunnel, New York on Tunnel Road, and you got the tunnel behind you. I can't guarantee you'll see a train come out the tunnel, but there's a tunnel. There's not that many tunnels in New York, really, not upstate, I don't believe. And this one has a door on it that sometimes goes up and down in the winter to prevent icing. So come on up to Tunnel, New York on Tunnel Road, see the tunnel. And how many more times can I say tunnel? All right, this isn't train related, but if you're going to be in the area, after you see all the train stuff in Binghamton, you want to head over to the Endicott area of the Triple C's area. So you want to get on Route 17 West or 86 West and take the 69 exit just after you go to the railroad tracks to Endwell. They'll put you on Main Street, and about 2 miles after the exit on your left will be this place called the original Lupos Car-Pit. And they sell speedy subs. That is a specialty food, or famous food, I should say, of the area. And they believe they have chicken or pork, and they're just cubed meat that's marinated that they cook up, put on a sub roll. But it's delicious, and they have great fries here too. Plus they have other stuff. I think they have like burgers and sausage and hot dogs, perhaps. It's been a while since I've been in there, but you know, do yourself a favor if you want to have a little local flavor, and you can continue on down westbound on Main Street to get down to Jefferson, where the Freight Yard train shop is located. Now we're at the Freight Yard Model Trains and More on 101 Jefferson Ave in Endicott, New York, in the corner of Monroe and Jefferson. So they're on the second floor, they're up there. So let's go in and see how the shop looks. I haven't been here in a few weeks. So when you walk in, you'll see this sign. Hey, there's Josh. It's got some Lionel, Woodland Scenics, paperwork. So things are coming along here. Takes a while to build up a shop. Some G scale. O scale. HO scale. There's the O scale layout in progress. Do that or not. And in here we have N scale, some switch locks, some more N scale.